So they're talking that MJF right before this match. Created a little 90 gallon here.
So, this is how number one draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need this space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pierce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and all this are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy, but for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this, wrestling for the competition, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best, which in my case is being comedic and fun.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
I've only been here for 5 minutes, but I'm already sick of Mutiny bragging about their precious intergender NXT Unity Tag Championships. Well, what if we came up with our own, not at all similar versions? That would really cause a mutiny.
That sounds a bit goofy, but also borderline scheming. I'll allow it.
Hey, what up?
Two of the key players
Maybe sometime later.
NXT Mutiny Attack were the Unity Tag Team Champions. The Raw and SmackDown side is countered.
How you doing this morning though on Kick?
But instead by creating brand new tag team championships of their own.
I'm also live on my YouTube channel on the Big J Man profile.
Tag team champions, the #1 draft pick, and their partner who's making their WWE debut.
Thanks, Kathy. You might recognize my new partner from another promotion that shall not be named. But now she's here to help me take down this NXT mutiny. What better way to do that than with these fancy new championships?
That's right. The GMs thought we were the perfect pair to hold these new unified titles. I gotta say, this sounds and looks very similar to the NXT Unity titles. Not at all. Our titles have red accents, while theirs have silver.
Our titles are open to intergender competition from any brand, not just NXT.
And finally, our titles have never been lost in a match. Okay, but isn't that just because they're brand new? I'm still not seeing how these titles are any different. Zip it, Kathy. We'll show you and the entire WWE universe just how special and unique our unified championships are when we defend them later tonight on Raw. Okay, can't wait.
Turn it down so I don't get copyright.
It's a WWE debut, tag team debut, and the debut of the Unified Championships. I guess I'll go. No joking around here. Well, technically, this is a championship match. The arena doesn't have the usual electricity. Well, because it's not really a title match, Michael. You can't expect people to get excited about championships these two just made up.
Well, every championship once was something that someone just made up, Saxon. And if you're still looking for something to get excited about, we have the debut of a new WWE superstar.
As a setup in the corner of the ring. Plan. Boom. Connects with the kick. Boom. Leads the attack. A string of counters. Right. Oh my, what a splash! Bam! Powerful kick. Damage starting to affect the challenger.
He's got to be in his corner. Only he can regroup on the apron.
Oh! Deploy halfway. Oh,
Leg sweep. Showing the kind of skills you need to hold on to a title. Everything off the tag. Two leg reversals. And then with a clothesline. They got speed off the rope. Oh, hip drop to the gut. Connected with a sharp elbow. Cruz is facing a beatdown. Cruz has got to get his wits about him. And just in time, he gets out of there. And the challenge is really not looking so hot now. Looks like the gas tank is running past E now. Stuck to the belly way. Draped across the top rope. Flying forward. Yeah, drop to the gut. On the counter. Jumping elbow drop. Hustling up their opponent. Driving it down face first. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man. Shoulders are down to retain. And the champs retain.
I'll get a copyright. Hey, doing good? How you doing? Yeah?
I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We came up training together.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral on this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
Is it though? Like you said, you're too close to this. Might be clouding your judgment.
I know you're new here.
I don't know. Good question.
Bottom line, we're going to do everything
Not too sure.
we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
LA Knight, yeah, I want to see him win it. That'd be awesome.
Your plan seems to be working. Mutiny is definitely annoyed.
Told you it would get their attention. Now we just need to take things further to give Mutiny and their Unity champion something else to complain about.
What you have in mind?
Cosplay. It always comes down to cosplay.
A bit predictable for my taste, but I'll do it.
Yo, y'all know what time it is. Black on here.
I've been hearing that too.
No joking around here. The uniform. All this fun cosplay can't distract us so-called unified champs from the fact that they are facing off against Valhalla and Eric tonight. Definitely, Michael. It would be a real shame if they lost their focus and the titles. Did you find these unified titles silly, Saxton? Going on, people. Big splash! Saw it coming. Trying to take down a stack from the pin. The champ of the corner. He could have had this wrapped up. Not sure why he let up. Got out of the way, but can he capitalize? Oh, what a clothesline. The challenger unable to stay out of his way. He gets beat off the rope. Ooh. Swings for the kick. Ooh. A spectacular counter into a dragon scream. She escapes the attack. When you're a part of the blue brand, you know you have to bring it each and every time you step into the ring. Oh, he flips it around. Turning the tables. Manages to slip out of the way. Answer after answer for each of the offense. Bam! She took that attack around. Feet cross body. An overbearing amount of offense against Eric here. But Eric can't allow this burst to hinder him. Here comes your partner. The challenger really struggling to avoid making it. Yeah, but you have to keep on battling for your team. Whoa, monkey flip. I love it. Beautiful elbow. I love it. Oh my, what a splash. Oh, what a leg sweep. The champ showing that quickness. Oh, getting a fresh partner in here. And here we nice takedown. Stack them up. Shoulders are down. Is this an empty attain? She covers immediately there. This isn't even close to over. Back isn't being given any room to recover. Both having trouble assessing the situation. Manages to reverse it. Valhalla is finally changing the tempo. Look at that. Valhalla was being tested. Was finally able to get some offensive road in. Delivers the knee. Clotheslines are effective. And he turned it around. The black one is love. Vicious. He's sounding right there. People, yeah, we're not talking about the Rising to a vulnerable position, trouble is looming. What are they going to do here? Oh, look at the power! Look at the strength! Guys, I can't what you put for comfort. Stop right behind. Saxton. An overbearing amount of offense against Derek here. Every form of offense Eric attempts is being neutralized. Double expanded. The challenger is getting burned into. I expect the time soon here. Have to take the chance to get your win back deep into the match. Vicious reversal with an elbow right to the front. Leg sweep. Oh, a headbutt right to the shoulder. You're knocking precision offense here. He's thinking zero room to breathe. You can see the focus in his eyes. Oh no. Eyes on the target. Kick to the midsection. Hoisted up. Disorienting spin and big time. Execution by the champion. Two.
Cut it down so I get it capped right.
Hey, sorry I haven't checked in sooner. I've been tied up with all this mutiny stuff. How's it going here so far?
I'd say pretty good since we just got ourselves a match for the Unity Tag Team Championships.
I saw that. I'll admit I had no idea what you were thinking at first, but it does appear to be working. Still, I'm nervous about you competing in NXT. If I had to guess, there will be some outside interference.
So, what do you propose we do to counter that? Hire a team of security guards to surround the ring? Nah, I could secretly be working with Mutiny. Oh, what if they were Apes? Apes are strong and tough and loyal. Security Apes? Is that a thing? Ugh, nah, we wouldn't have time to train them before the match.
I was going to suggest I'd be there to watch your backs.
You're no security ape, but at least you're trained. That'll work.
Turn this on, I'll get it copyright.
Grab your coffee. We're going to try out the break. The Unified and Unity Championships. Traps in the match. That is never happened with these titles before.
Agreed, Saxton. You're almost as ridiculous as these lookalike belts. Clearly, the Unified Champs annoyed Mutiny enough to make this match happen. For that reason, this Unified Unification match will definitely be remembered by some in some way for some time. The adrenaline is pumping right now. Oh, man. Oh, a headbutt right to the shoulder. That's just your noggin. His attacks on the champ are adding up. Kick to the back. Uh-oh, we're gonna see it. The most electrifying move in all of entertainment. People's elbow. I love it. Oh. Got out of the way that time. Impact to the stomach. He's able to counter that. Put into the corner. What could be next? Big elbow. It wasn't tough enough to continue with one opponent. Now you got to deal with two. Ah, what a smash. That is just insulting. Uh-oh, something big is coming. Slingshot. Slingshot neck breaker. Nice. And right into the pin. Uh-oh. Kicks out of the pinfall attempt. Not yet. Snapmare to set up their opponent. Full head of steam. Stops that offense from connecting. That'll be the mark. Oh, using the knee as a weapon. And getting the cover here. The champ doesn't shoulder up before one there. show her up so quickly. What a statement. Here we go. Tag. Oh, baby, look out. Oh, and a stop. The champion looking slightly wrong now. Ooh, clothesline delivered. Lexis King playing to the crowd now. They say everyone on the planet until they get punched in the mouth. Well, someone just threw their plan out the window. Clothesline. People's elbow. Leg sweep. You have solidified your name as a top athlete when you're able to pull off that move. He gets the tag. Short down, this could be it. And it's a kick out and one for the defending champion. An emphatic kick out, and there's still a lot of game left here. Oh, barbaric amount of stunts. That was a showing of control and aggression. Something that would keep up. Walking up here. Oh, hook to the eyes. That seems to have really gotten him. He did have an eye injury. Nonetheless, the match continues. JC eats up one for him. But Lexis came with the belt shot, and the referee never saw it. The champions are going to retain. Wait for the ropes. It's SmackDown GM Nicholas. They were ready for this. Credit to the unified champions for being prepared. Hold on. Spear on JCJ. Looks like his heart's okay. At least okay enough. Setting up for some kind of double team move. And down on the JCJ. Got the cover. That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions. We just witnessed.
Down, son. I'm going to copyright. Xbox Series.
Unity titles, and then walked away with them too. Well done. Thanks. I think all this came through when it mattered. It was a team effort. I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it? Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk? I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Am I the only one seeing this, Oos? NXT's mutiny out here making moves, pulling everyone to their side while people watch the uprising from the sidelines. Even Triple H and the board are low-key cheering for them.
You don't have to remind me. I saw it firsthand at the draft, remember? It should be all hands on deck.
Yee. We need more people doing stuff like taking those Unity titles off them.
Thanks. It might have been a small victory, but every little bit helps. We can keep chipping away. Eventually they'll topple.
For real. Anything to slow their momentum down. It was starting to feel like they could do whatever they wanted. Reminds me of when the bloodline first started. We had that edge. And nobody was cool like us.
But we've seen that all play out before, right? Starts out hot, but a lot of folks are going to get left out once they get what they want, you know?
Seen it, felt it. When you're useful, you get used. When you're not, well, like you said, we've seen how that plays out.
It's embarrassing how easily people fall for mutant spectacle and brutality and rebellion. They're so easily seduced. But we can exploit that weakness too. Turn their own game against them.
You got something cooking.
You said it yourself. People are joining up because mutiny is cool. It's got an edge that makes standard corporate WWE look basic.
We can't compete with that smoke.
Not unless I show them some fire, Moose.
So you do have a plan. Yes.
Yep. And I'm kicking it off later tonight. You're going to love this one, Jay.
Can't wait, Oos.
Turn it down just a little bit so I don't get copyright.
I'm sure I'm not the only one still distracted by the empty roaster. Let's keep the focus on the match with that hanging in the air. Which isn't try being a professional Saxton. It's a show. Besides, I'm sure we'll get an explanation when the time's right. Well, I'm also sure Chad Gable isn't worried about his opponent's wardrobe. He looks poised to prove that skills, not shirts, win matches. Switching things up, taking control of the risk here. Staying attached, moves nicely into a tight headlock. Oh, ouch. And into the side headlock. To the back suplex. Nice splash.
We got MJF in the NWO suit. Make MJF how I want to in the WWE. The game. Change it up a little bit.
Agility like that, easier said than done, gentlemen. He gets back into the ring.
Look, yeah, I got little Nightingale made her all right, 1 and 2.
Reversal. He saw that coming.
People's elbow.
Yeah, but we're not talking about The Rock. Gable will stand much more of this. This is Chad's perseverance getting tested. Quick reflexes so important in a match like this. And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out. And now with the count sticking in. He just wants to get knocked out. No doubt about it. This is just an extreme insult to injury. Holding nothing back, striking over and over again. There has to be permanent damage being done right now. He kicks out before the count starts. And they'll hold up for the victory parade. The ref gets that weapon out of the way of the action. He's completely on defense now. Yeah, he is far, far away from being in the driver's seat. And a little time counter. And he puts a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him. Gable tipping the scale a bit here. Caught right in the jaw. What a shot. He's already feeling the effects. Yeah, Chad just ramped up his intensity. Gable needs to get his wits about fast. Gets it again. Lift it way up. Round and around and spinning power bomb.
Gable is completely off of it.
And that'll do it. It's finally over with the win. Here's your winner.
Incredible performance out there tonight, but I think there's one question on everyone's mind. Why the NWO shirt?
Look, we all know that WWE is at a turning point. There's a civil war brewing, and it's largely because WWE has become stale, predictable, formulaic. We need to evolve.
So you're saying that you're joining Mutiny?
No, mutiny is chaos for the sake of chaos. And just like so many times in history, the real fighters are going to get pushed aside once the leaders get what they want. Anyone who thinks they can trust Bailey and KO to protect their best interests is an idiot. So here's my message to all the superstars on both sides and everywhere in between. It's time for a new direction. We need to embrace our past to forge our future. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. The NWO wasn't about politics. It was about power and domination. So anyone who wants to stop playing the game and wants to run it, join me in my NWO movement.
That is a powerful call to arms, but as the former #1 draft pick, some might say you're as establishment as it gets. How do you reconcile that with calling for this new direction?
Being the #1 pick gives me a platform. My position lets me bridge the gap between the establishment and the rebels. I'm not here to tear down. I'm here to build better. So stand with me and take me for a path. Not mutiny, not the WWE establishment, but a movement built on real power. I'm calling for a new era. Not just a challenge movement, but to redefine this business as it should be through dominance and brute force. Welcome to the new world order.
Turn it down just a little bit so it'll calibrate. the stuff like said on Twitter from the special feed and stuff.
So, do you want to tell me what the hell you're thinking? Bringing back the NWO? Relax. Let me explain. You'd better explain. I made you the #1 draft pick because I trusted you to be a cornerstone for WWE, not spearhead a whole new rebellion. It's not another rebellion. This NWO stuff is just a way to stir up some trouble within Mutiny. It's a play. I just need people to believe it's real. And that's obviously working. That is a pretty good idea, actually. But I really wish you'd run the stuff past me first. And spoil the surprise? Come on. I've got this under control. Just sit back and enjoy my brilliant manipulations. You just might learn something. Okay, I'll give you some rope. Just be smart. I always am. That's why it's working.
This isn't just another match. The newly formed NWO needs to show they can stand up to Mutiny's challenge. Exactly. With Mutiny members like Joe Coffey and Shotzi now donning NWO colors, this fight isn't just pivotal, it's personal. And our personal feelings aside, I'm sure Mutiny wants to squash this new faction before they can prove the NWO can be major players too. Lights out. Kick to the back. Boom! There was some damage dealt to him there. Kick lands. Did you hear the sound that made? Breaker can't seem to get out of harm's way. Ron's on the wrong side of every exchange. Ron dodges just in time. He's looking to do some serious harm. As the waistlock takedown. How about it? Repeated waistlock takedown.
Come on, MJF.
Reverberated throughout the entire. And it's kept the arc of the leg. He ends the penitent for some reason. Oh! Big splash! Ooh! Oh, kick finds it. Anticipate. The Breaker finish things up. Climbing up with the cover. Took it. 45 there. Talk about resilience. Yeah, did you see how the referee had to get into position? That was all the difference. And Breaker having to reckon with the fact that seemingly wasn't good enough. These attacks are chipping away at him. Unhinged offense from Breaker's arsenal. Heading out, but needs to be a winner of the referee's count. This is what's good at the manager. We got an ally who wants you to win as badly as you do, and will introduce any tool to produce victory. Oh my, what a splash! Oh, what a kick! Into the barricade. He doesn't have much time to get back in the ring. Kick
Yeah.
NWO for life, baby. And boss, before you say anything, you should know I'm already putting together a crew to help the Black and White take out Mutiny and wrestle the WWE. So far, it's me, and that's it. But you gotta start somewhere. Right, look, just slow down. I can't slow down. I'm all in. SmackDown is gonna get smacked. Raw is gonna get cooked. They won't even be able to call it Raw anymore. They have to call it extra well done. Even though it won't be well done at all when we're through with them. NWO, quiet truth. Listen, this whole NWO thing, it's complicated. No, it's not. That's the beauty of it. I don't know if you've noticed, but there are a lot of superstars here who are 3/4 short of a square circle. If you get my drift, they're very easily fooled. That's why we need this. It's totally real and it's awesome. Watch. NWO Sneak Attack.
R-Truth, what the hell are you getting us into? R-Truth, you little rascal. R-Truth, you little dummy dude. And come on, Gunther. Get up here.
Yo, y'all know what time it is. Black.
That felt amazing. Now everyone knows the NWO is back. It's not. Truth, you need to listen to me. Good idea. You be the boss, and I'll be the enforcer, and go find some more WWE superstars to beat up under the banner of the NWO. No, don't do that. Okay, then you be the boss, and I'll be the idea man. Here's my first one. NWO pay-per-view. Location? The moon. All we need is a rocket. How hard do you think it'll be to take over NASA? Listen to the words I am saying. This whole NWO thing is fake. I made it up. I'm just trying to destabilize Mutiny, that's all. None of this is real. It's not real? It feels real to me. It's not, though. Okay, I understand. It's not real because we still need to dream it into reality. And we will because it's out with the old and in with the new world order. You are inspiring. And you are exhausting.
I thought you said you had this under control.
I do. It's just our truth that's the problem. And then I had to back him up or it would have blown my cover.
Well, we wouldn't want that. It'd be a real shame if I only had one massive insurrection to deal with.
Now I'm losing superstars to two factions.
I can't help it if I'm so convincing people on both sides are jumping. There's always collateral damage, but at the end of the day, it's working. That's what's important.
You need to end it. Now.
How about I end it next week? We've got some momentum, and I might have already paid for some things to make this NWO movement seem legit, including a non-refundable deposit on an arena. Throwback set and all.
Fine, but only because Orton and Gunther are looking for payback. And Mutiny too. So whatever NWO show you're apparently putting on, you're going to host an inter-brand fatal four-way. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and your fake New World Order.
It'll be a night to remember.
Just make sure when it's over, your NWO is forgotten.
All right, guys, I'm about to get off and save this. About to end up getting around so I can probably go get some breakfast before work and that. But until one of my next lives, see ya.